Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. It's wee Paddy from Cross the Shuck again. Just doing a quick video this morning. I am Irish and I do live in Northern Ireland, and that is an American flag and that is an American knife. And I thought it quite apt this morning that I just wanted to, for my American viewers, to show support and to honour the brave men of their Navy who took part in last night's exercise. As you probably know through my channel, I'm an ex-Royal Navy man myself. I've done 12 years, and my stepson has done about 19 years and is still serving. So although people just sort of hear in the news there's a ship firing rockets, they don't realise that when you're on that ship, that you don't realise what could be coming back at you and what could happen are the consequences of your actions. So just like the troops on the ground, when they fire, you never know what's going to happen, and to be ready and to be able to cope with what's to come. That's what being a serviceman is all about. And I salute your servicemen for the good job they done last night and their bravery. And I hope they all get home safely and there's no more trouble. So that's the end of the patriotic bit as such. But today's video is about past, present and future. And it's something I would love my subscribers, and to be honest, anybody else who's come onto the channel, if they would do a wee video like this, and even if they don't want to subscribe to my channel, even just let me know in the comments. I'll put one up on my channel. I'd quite happily go to their channel and have a look at it. And I thought today was really apt because I've been planning to do this for a couple of days. So I'm going to start with my past. This is the knife that I bought that actually really got me interested in knives. And this is before I collected knives. I've always had pen knives, but this is a proper knife I got. It was a hunting knife. I got it for fishing, would you believe? And it's the old Buck 278. It weighs about 7.5 ounces. And to me, it's a liner lock. You can see the liner lock. It's not particularly strong for a big knife, but this knife has gone through a hell of a battering. I mean, I took this fishing with me every time I went. I took it camping with it when I went. You can see by the blade itself, it's just been well and truly. And to be honest with you, it's as sharp as a razor still, and it still works. The lockup's getting about 3/4 now, but do you know what I mean? It's still going. I can't tell you what age this is. I know my wife had bought it for me, but it must be between 10 and 15 years old and still going strong. It's got rubberized handles, which are marvellous. So you can grip them in. Anyway, especially when I was fishing and lifting trout out of the water, you get slimy hands. It was an excellent knife for that. It doesn't get used so much now because of the weight of it, and to be honest, I used to carry this in a pouch on the side, and now I have other knives that are better for the job. So this was my past, and this was my start. This is when I actually felt, by goodness, I love knives. You know, this is what I want. You know, and it was a long time ago, and although I never took up the hobby until much later, until now, sort of this last year. I've always had knives. I've had work knives. They haven't been for a pleasure, but I've used them for camp and I've used them for bushcraft, and I've always had a good knife as such. Not particularly expensive. I mean, this was expensive at the time. This was about £80 at the time when my wife bought it for me. You know, for a Buck 278. I think they're now about $80–90 to buy, but do you know what I mean? It was a lovely knife. It's still a lovely knife, and to be quite honest, it's still usable without a shadow of a doubt. It's razor sharp. I've always kept it well. So that's my past, and that led me into what I'm doing now, which is having a channel and talking about knives. So if we take this out of the picture, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my present favourite knife, and it's the knife that I use the most. It's the knife that I carry the most. I just love the shape of it. It is a replica of sorts of another knife, but this knife is the Ganzo Firebird F756, and I'll just put the knife down here. So this is my present favourite knife. Now, I have other knives that I'm going to get that to focus. It's not the best to focus. There we go. I think that's a bit better. There we go. This is not an expensive knife by any means. It was under $20, but I loved the knife and I couldn't afford what it copies. And well, there's no point getting into that at the moment. But I love this knife. I love the shape of it. I love the shape of the blade. I love the fact that it's 440. I can sharpen it easy. It takes a good edge, keeps a reasonable edge for all day. You know, I can use that all day, work with it, and I don't have to resharpen it, usually. But it's my favourite knife at the moment, and it's purely an aesthetic. It's just the style of the knife. And it does function well, which is a bonus. But even if it didn't, I still like the style of it. And I probably would carry it just for the style and have a secondary knife to cut with. So there we go. It's carbon fibre. We've measured this before. My first knife was 7.5 ounces. This one's 4.5 ounces. And this is the theme of my knife collection. I seem to be going down in weight as I'm getting further into it. So this is my present day favourite knife. We'll take this out of the way and I'll bring in the knife that I want for my future. And it's not a Grail knife because it's not as expensive as a Grail knife would be, but it's the knife I want in my future in knife collecting, because of its shape, its style, its ability to do good work, its blade steel, everything about it I like, and it's my dream knife. And hopefully I will get it, maybe in the next couple of years, but if not, it's always there. It's nice to have a wee dream of something, isn't it? This is not an over-expensive knife to most people. So here's the knife and maybe that'll tell what my present day knife, why I like it so much. This, of course, is the Benchmade 940. This is just a picture of it, sadly. But this is my knife for the future. This is what I see in my future. It's what I want. I just have to save for it like everybody else. If I want something, I'll save for it. At the moment with this wee channel, I've spent most of my money on cheaper knives, so I have something to review. I'm only going to buy one more sort of reasonably priced knife, and then I'm going to save for this. But, and it doesn't really matter what model. This is the carbon fibre, the £250 one. I don't think I'll be able to wait that long. Probably if I get £170 up, I'll buy the green one because it is the whole aesthetic of the blade. Oh, there's a picture going. It's the whole aesthetic of the blade that I like in the knife. So, there we go. That's a little quick video. And I would really love people on my channel who are subscribers to put theirs up, their past, present and future. It'll only take a couple of minutes, but it's nice to see what other people aim for or what their thought process is behind the knives, what knife it is that started them and what knife they want to sort of to get and use rather than a safe queen that costs £5,000. I want you the future to be a knife that you want to get and you will use and not put away in a box. So once again, thank you very much to everybody for the support of the channel so far. It's doing great. It's doing much better than what I ever expected for the standard of knives I have. I don't have any great value knives, but like this big buck here, sometimes the price isn't the be-all and end-all. The functionality and the lifespan, this knife has lasted longer than its price, and it's still working today. Again, I'm not sure how it's between 10 and 15 years old, and it's still working today as good as it did on that first day. So that's my thought process. Once again, I salute the Royal Navy of the United States of America, and I wish them all very well. And I know I speak just for the most part in the UK that we're behind you 100%. So thank you very much indeed. And to the rest of my subscribers, have a wonderful day. And I hope that nobody else's country has to get involved, that this will be the start of the end of it. So there we go. God bless you all. Thank you very much for sharing. Top of the morning till yous. Bye.